Welcome back to a new episode of the Animal Odyssey. Today, we're flipping nature's most iconic script. Predators are supposed to dominate, until they don't. In this video, you'll see brutal, shocking, and even ironic real-world moments where apex hunters are taken down, humbled, or outright destroyed by prey or rivals you'd never expect. From fish that drown eagles to snakes that die from dinner, it's a wild ride through nature's most surprising plot twists. Stick around because what you learn today will completely change how you see the food chain. In South Africa and parts of India, porcupines might look like easy prey to large snakes, but they're more like edible landmines. We already know about the fatal internal injuries caused when pythons swallow porcupines, but it goes deeper. Porcupine quills aren't just sharp, they're designed to move in one direction. Once lodged into flesh, tiny backward-facing barbs on the quills pull deeper with every movement. When swallowed, these barbs perforate stomach linings, puncture intestines, and in some cases, even rupture the heart. But here's what most people don't know. Porcupines don't rely only on passive defense. They can twist their bodies violently while being swallowed, turning those quills into rotating spikes. In one gruesome post-mortem, a python's entire digestive tract was shredded. Not just pierced, mangled. Incredibly, some porcupines also carry gut bacteria that emit toxic gases when trapped inside a snake's body, leading to infections and internal bloating that can kill within hours. These herbivores are basically anti-tank weapons wearing fur. Moray eels, with their double jaws and lightning-fast lunges, seem unstoppable in their coral lairs. But when octopuses are on the menu, things get unpredictable. We've seen octopuses block eel tunnels with rocks, but here's the kicker: some octopuses use bait. They've been caught releasing small scraps of food outside eel dens, luring the eel into a trap where the octopus can either escape or ambush the predator from behind. And they don't do this randomly. Octopuses memorize the layout of coral mazes using spatial awareness that rivals rats and crows. They can remember multiple escape routes, ambush zones, and even the sleeping schedules of nearby predators. In one experiment, an octopus was seen using a coconut shell as armor while approaching an eel's territory, then slipping inside the shell when attacked, like a medieval knight using a shield. Some species have been observed changing not only color but texture, blending into corals so perfectly that even morays miss them inches away. Others release ink clouds that mimic the octopus's shape, acting as a decoy while they vanish like ninjas. The moral here? You might have teeth and power, but the octopus has tactics. Cape buffalo are often seen as walking meat trucks for lions. But the truth is, this prey species kills more lions per year than any other herbivore. And it's not just brute force. It's battlefield coordination. Buffalo herds form phalanx-like formations when under attack, with calves in the center and bulls forming a protective wall. Some bulls have even been seen circling behind lions, flanking them like trained soldiers. In Kruger National Park, tourists witnessed a dramatic scene where a buffalo calf was caught by a lioness, only for the herd to charge back minutes later, not just chasing the lions but impaling one on their horns and stomping her for over 10 minutes. And get this, Cape buffalo have exceptional memory. They've been documented tracking down the exact lion pride that killed a member and returning to the area weeks later to drive them out. It's not just rage, it's strategy. And the real twist? Old bulls often live alone and lions think they're easy prey. But these bulls are survivors. Some have been seen faking exhaustion, then suddenly goring an approaching lion with full force. Even the king of the savannah bows when the buffalo go full berserker. The fish that drowns the thief. We all know bald eagles are majestic and aggressive, but when they rob fish from ospreys, they can pay a fatal price. Here's what's: wild ospreys have reversible outer toes, unlike most birds that let them grip fish in a more balanced X shape, making it almost impossible for the fish to twist free. When an eagle swoops in, it often grabs the fish in panic without checking its weight. Some fish, like large trout or pike, dive hard when grabbed, dragging the eagle underwater. Here's the part few know: eagle talons have locking tendons that cannot be released mid-flight if fully clamped, unless the bird perches first. So if an eagle can't lift off quickly, it becomes trapped by its own body. Divers in Alaska have found drowned eagles still attached to their meals. In one rare case, a drowned eagle had its wings shredded by the fish's fin spines, which pierced the membranes underwater. And there's poetic irony here. These eagles usually steal to conserve energy, but end up spending more energy and sometimes their lives on a meal that wasn't theirs to begin with. We love the honey badger, and for good reason. It's small, fearless, and has a vendetta against everything venomous. We already know it can resist cobra venom and even pass out before waking up hours later, but let's dig deeper. The honey badger's blood contains special proteins that neutralize venom enzymes, specifically PLA2 toxins that break down cell membranes. These proteins evolved independently in badgers, mongoose, and hedgehogs, a phenomenon called convergent evolution. But here's what's wild. After waking up from near death, honey badgers don't retreat. They resume feeding on the same snake, and if disturbed, they can regurgitate half-digested venom only to eat it again later. Their skin is also 25% looser than most mammals, allowing them to twist inside a predator's mouth and bite back, even when being held by the neck. One more fact that blows minds. Honey badgers have been documented feigning death to lure vultures or other predators closer, then ambushing them. This isn't just a tank, it's a psychological weapon. Orcas are the only predators known to consistently hunt great whites, and they don't just kill them, they break their spirit. After a single orca attack, entire populations of great whites have vanished from coastal zones for months. Why? Sharks can detect electromagnetic signals. Orcas send vibrations through the water that sharks interpret as absolute danger, triggering a deep-rooted instinct to flee. Orcas also appear to teach each other how to hunt sharks, targeting just the liver, which is high in squalene and incredibly rich in calories. And yes, they sometimes leave the rest of the 1,000 kg shark untouched. In 2023, a tagged great white in New Zealand showed signs of flight behavior lasting over 1,000 km after a pod of orcas passed nearby. Even more insane, orcas have figured out that by biting the pectoral fins, they can immobilize sharks before flipping them. It's not just brute force, it's a surgical coordinated hit job. All these encounters have something in common. The roles are never fixed. Predators don't always win, prey doesn't always run. Some use strategy, others use weaponized bodies. Some just bet on a wild card, and it works. This is what makes nature unpredictable. There's no script, no safety net, no referee. It's not about who's stronger, it's about who's smarter, faster, luckier, or just plain meaner. And now that you've seen the truth behind the wild's most unexpected reversals, you'll never look at predators the same way again. If you loved this wild ride, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and share the chaos. Your support helps us bring more epic stories from the animal kingdom, some even crazier than what you just saw. And trust us, next time it gets even weirder. This is the Animal Odyssey, and we're just getting started.